Thanks for your support as channel member, Callum! AHGP suffered its first defeat of the season in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, but we're heading to Qatar where the game supposes we've got the fastest car. Let's see if we can turn that into victory. Hello folks and welcome to a brand new episode of F1 Manager Creator Team here with AHGP. We're gearing up for round 4 of the 2026 season, the Qatar Grand Prix. We're halfway through our run of Middle Eastern races, all 4 Middle East Grand Prix being held at the start of the season. And well, we've made a pretty good start to life at the front of the field in 2026, winning in Australia a 1-2 with Pons Potato leading Paul Aaron home, and then Max Verstappen splitting our 2 drivers in Bahrain, Paul Aaron getting his first win, Pons Potato finishing in 3rd. We won the sprint in Saudi Arabia, but ended up off the podium thanks to a late red flag, which basically caused chaos because we didn't have any more soft tyres, and we ended up getting shuffled down to, I think it was 6th and 7th in the end. Pons Potato closing the gap on his teammate in the championship with that P6. So here's how things look in the drivers' standings. A 2-point lead for Paul Aaron, who's won a Grand Prix and a sprint and been on the podium twice. And Pons Potato has a pole position, 2 podiums and a race win, as well as a fastest lap. So yeah, he's got that extra point that Paul picked up in the sprint over him and sort of regained it. So yeah, it's kind of a level playing field. But Lewis Hamilton, victor last time out in Jeddah, has closed the gap. He's just 4 points off the top. Max Verstappen just 7 points off the top. And that situation is reflected in the Constructors' Championship as well. We have just a 9-point advantage over Ferrari. I can't believe we're fighting Ferrari. It's just absolutely incredible. The top 6 teams have all scored, everybody else yet to get off the mark, but we're not interested in that. These are now our competition: Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, Aston Martin and McLaren. So yeah, we're in for a tough weekend, I think, in Qatar. But although the game here says our overall performance is 13th, it's because it puts far too much emphasis on things like dirty air tolerance and DRS effectiveness, I think. But we're very good in a straight line. We do corners really well, and there are a lot of corners in Qatar. So we are first for car performance, and we're also we were 5th. We're 5th for Abu Dhabi. We're 1st for Italy. We're 1st for Spain. We're 1st for Monaco. You get the picture. We like corners. We probably just need to fix a little bit of the straight line and the DRS effectiveness, but we can fix that in development, and it will all be fine. Of course, we've turned the difficulty up to hard. The AI is developing at its fastest rate. We're going to be developing really hard as well, so we should be in for a cracking World Championship. We'll play Qatar today, and then we will, in the next episode, sim Abu Dhabi and probably do sort of a double header of Imola and Barcelona. So depending on how the 2 races go. So we'll see. So we'll progress over the next couple of episodes into the European season, and then we'll sort of take it from there as to what's going to happen next. So I'm going to head to Qatar, get these cars sorted for qualifying, and hopefully we can lock out the front row. Paul Aaron is setting the timing sectors alight in Q3. We've eased our way into this session with just 1 set of tyres. We're on a brand new set of soft compound tyres. Paul Aaron coming across the line right now to go fastest of anybody, a 24.8. That's the fastest lap we've seen in this session so far. Kimi Antonelli did a 25.0 in Q2. Pons Potato 3/4 of a second off his teammate. Wow. I think he had some traffic, which would have cost him some time. Yeah, he lost 2/10 in the middle sector, 3/10 in the final sector, and a 10th down in sector 1. So maybe just not a very good lap from Pons Potato. And yeah, I think we've got plenty of spare tyres to do another run. So hopefully we can get him some good track position to give him a chance to challenge his teammate. But Paul Aaron set for a 3rd consecutive pole position. Time for our final flying lap, but we've got some terrible track position here with Pons Potato. He's right behind Lewis Hamilton, and they're racing into turn 1. So this almost, oh, he's up the inside. Well, that has ruined Hamilton's lap. That could be crucial for Pons Potato. Let's see how it impacts his sector times. Kimi Antonelli currently the fastest man in the 1st sector. Pons Potato, he's half a second down. It's a shocker, but to be fair, he's matched his teammate. So Antonelli must have had an enormous tow down the front straight. Hamilton's had his lap completely stuffed. Look at the traffic. There's cars everywhere. Antonelli's going pretty quickly, matching us in the middle sector. Verstappen goes second fastest. We need Pulse Potato to deliver here. Antonelli almost snatching pole position from Paul Aaron, but failing to do so. Paul Aaron is not improving on this lap, and no one looks like they're going to beat him. Pulse Potato goes third fastest. He gets within half a second of his teammate, but Paul Aaron completes his second flying lap, stays P1, doesn't improve, and yeah, that is 3 consecutive pole positions for the Estonian driver, and yeah, let's see if we can convert this one into victory. Strategy's all set. I've decided to take a little bit of fuel out of both cars. I haven't completely underfueled. I've not taken all the possible fuel out that I can, so that we're not massively overpowered. I don't want to leave ourselves exposed like we were in Jeddah. I think having all the fuel in the car really hurt us, so I've kind of compromised. I'm also banking on the fact that we have the best car on tyres to get us through this race. Soft, medium, soft for both drivers. We're going light on the tyres in all stints, which will help us recover the fuel. And yeah, I won't run in conservative mode either. I'll just run it in balanced, and yeah, hopefully we'll recover the fuel naturally. Yeah, so this could be a really high tyre wear race, and I'm counting on our car being better on tyres than everybody else and not having to make a third stop. I think the AI will need to either run the hards or 3-stop. We've got the hard tyres if we need them, so let's see what this race brings. It's Aaron and Antonelli, the former pair of Mercedes juniors, on the front row. Paul Aaron now with us, Kimi Antonelli now in the Mercedes team. So there's a little bit of beef there because Paul Aaron got dropped from the programme for Antonelli. Pulse Potato waiting to pick up the spoils in third. Let's see if we can return to winning ways in Qatar. Alright, looking for those 5 red lights. Antonelli on soft tyres as well as Aaron. 5 red lights, the lights are out, the race is on. And Antonelli looks like he's made the better getaway, and he roars into the lead. But can Paul Aaron fight back? The inside of the grid getting away better. Paul Aaron goes round the outside. What a move to take the lead back. Pulse Potato dropping down to 4th place behind Max Verstappen. That wasn't quite the start we had in mind for him. But we are absolutely flying at the front with Paul Aaron and pulling out almost a second advantage already. A shame we don't get a replay of his move on Paul Aaron, but I might just bring it up on the screen now so you can see it. And yeah, that was well, that was a good recovery. Checking in with Justin Inakaitis, he's fighting Felipe Drogovic over the wooden spoon, sadly. I think we need to save Justin from this Williams nightmare that he's currently enduring. Right, end of lap 1, and Paul Aaron leads by 2.5 seconds. We've underfueled, and we're immediately absolutely destroying the field. Pulse Potato, though, he's trying to get past Max Verstappen, so we need to make sure we help him in that venture. DRS is now enabled. Let's just neutralise our deploy, and we'll set Pulse up for an assault into turn 1 next time around with DRS. Right, here we go. DRS with Pulse Potato. Let's hop on board with the youngster. And are we going around the outside of Verstappen? We absolutely are. Splendid move. Come on, we're back up into 3rd place. I'm sure we'll get a replay of this one. Here we go. Hopefully it's not on board, which is what... Oh, here we go. This is the move the angle we're looking for. DRS open. Around the outside we go. Lovely stuff. That is a super, super overtake. And now look how much he's cleared off. Lap 10, and we've got a bit of a conundrum on strategy. I've had to bring the pace mode up on the tyres because basically they were getting cold, which is weird. So track temperature of almost 30 degrees. I know it's at night time, but it's still 26.5 degrees air temperature, and it's fast energy corners. So yeah, I don't know why they were getting so chilly, but we're back up to temperature now, which is going to help our pace. Paul Aaron doing 33 zeros, Pulse Potato doing a 33.6 that time round. To balance it out, I've gone conservative on the fuel just to sort of make sure we get to the line. And yeah, so we might have to introduce an extra stop here. I think we've got extra sets of soft tyres, so we might just 3-stop this race. Because as you can see, the AI's tyre wear is horrendous. Lando Norris, hard tyres, 55% left, 54% now on just lap 11. They are rinsing their tyres, and yeah, we are going much better on ours. Pulse Potato starting to close in on Kimi Antonelli, who will be due for a pit stop anytime now. And yeah, I think we're in a very strong position. We might just need to introduce an extra stop though. Oh, we've got a safety car. Oh, Lando Norris is out of the race. Oh, what's he doing over there? Oh, he's hit George Russell. Here we go. Not often you get a safety car in Qatar. Oh, okay, George Russell has hit Lando Norris. Oh! Clipped him, and then... yeah, that's not good from George, is it? He's got nothing to say about it. He's probably looking a bit sheepish there. Lando Norris is out of the race. He's well into the gravel trap. Yeah, that's the end of his race. We will take this opportunity to bring our drivers in for a set of hard tyres, and then we'll just shift the medium. Hang on, how many sets of new softs have we got? Only one new set. Hard tyres it is. Alright, safety car is ending. Most people have switched to hard. Sainz and Hamilton have gone to medium, so they could be a bit of a threat in this sort of restart phase of the Grand Prix. Paul Aaron has had his lead eviscerated. Pulse Potato's got ahead of Antonelli. Not quite sure how that happened.
Safety car lights.
Maybe he had a slow pit stop, but or maybe he just waited a lap. I don't know. But anyway, we're now first and second, and that's literally the first I've noticed of it. But we get the race back underway. Kimi Antonelli is challenging us. Pulse Potato defends. I might just ask him not to fight. He's taking the lead. Don't fight your teammate. Just hold position. There we go. Right, let's get this race back underway and rebuild our lead. We're still on conserved tyres. That is a problem. Alright, Pulse Potato has not shaken off the Mercedes of Antonelli and is about to lose second position to the young Italian. Or is he? He's fighting back, but I think Antonelli might have the inside line for turn 2, and he does take the position. Oh, forces off track as well, but he is going through his tyres very aggressively. We are not getting these tyres up to temperature, which could be hurting our pace, but I think we've got enough of an advantage in terms of maybe not needing to stop as many times as the AI. So let's see how this plays out, but we are down to third, and Antonelli is on the charge. Paul Aaron is coming to the end of lap 28, which is about half race distance, and not really much has happened, to be honest. He's extended his lead to 6.3 seconds over Antonelli, who went pretty hard on those hard tyres and is now having to back off. Pulse Potato, we did try to pick up his pace a little bit, and he's now got an advantage over Antonelli, who will be approaching a pit stop, as are we. I've committed to 2 sets of tyres to finish this race after the set of hards that we're on. And yeah, you can see already the hard tyres going a little bit cold on Paul Aaron's car, which is not particularly helpful. We still need to save a bit of fuel, so I'm going to go conservative because we do want to finish this race, and we need to finish it because we're in a really good position to at least have both cars on the podium. We should win the race. Paul Aaron in a very, very strong position right now to extend his championship lead. Pulse Potato did close down Antonelli a little bit. Looks like the Italian has picked up his pace. So let's see how this next phase plays out. What does the AI go to in terms of tyres, and how quick are they? Paul Aaron and Pulse Potato heading to the pit lane. We're double stacking. Kimi Antonelli takes the lead and hasn't stopped yet. 2.3 second stop for Paul Aaron. That'll do nicely. How does Pulse Potatoes go? 2.4. Always worrying when it goes to that overhead angle because it usually means a slow stop. But Pulse Potato rejoins in 6th place ahead of Fred Vesti and behind Charles Leclerc on a set of medium tyres. We should be pretty quick now. And yeah, we're going to do a hard stint on the mediums, push them until they can be pushed no more, and then we'll go on to a set of softs, and we should be able to then make up the ground we need to, because we'll have better tyres, better performance, and hopefully there's no more sort of freak safety cars, because there's not really ever safety cars around here. We just had a bit of an anomaly with Russell and Norris, to be honest. But yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do. And hopefully Paul Aaron, well, there we go. He's dispatched Carlos Sainz already. That's the benefit of new tyres. So this is a bit of a throwback to the original Pirelli tyre days. And getting fresh rubber was critical. I think that is going to be the way forward in this race. Paul Aaron retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. Kimi Antonelli into the pit lane as Pos Potato flies past Charles Leclerc. And that is third place for Mr. Potato. And that moves him back onto the podium. He's closing down Max Verstappen at a second and a half a lap. We should be absolutely fine. Paul Aaron has done a 29.3 for the fastest lap of the race. He is flying. He's loving this car. He's found his groove with it after being beaten in Australia by his teammate. I don't think he took that very well. He might have taken it personally even. So, yeah, he's responded by beating Pos Potato in every competitive session since. And he's doing that again. But our young British driver is on the move. He's about 10 seconds off his teammate. And if there's another safety car, he could be right on his tail. And a late safety car, I would allow them to fight. We're now 1-2 again at AHGP. That's Max Verstappen looking as though he's in a different category. And it's a category that's below us because fresh tyres, good car around this circuit, no contest. Let's have a look at the cars on track. There's Pos Potato. He's now 12 seconds adrift of his teammate and about 7/10 a lap slower. But he did overtake a car last time round, so let's see what he can do here. Verstappen dives into the pit lane. A 30.1 for Paul Aaron and a 29.7. So the gap came down a little bit at that time around. So yeah, it's not game on, but you know, they're kind of duking it out in terms of lap time to see whether one can make inroads on the other. Both drivers back into the pit lane. Here's Paul Aaron from the lead of the race, another 2.3 second stop for him. Pos Potato, soft tyres, 2.5 second stop. And where is Kimi Antonelli? He's going to be in between our drivers. He's 2.5 seconds now behind Paul Aaron, but we've still got quite a bit of fuel to recover here, so we can't push as much as I would like. It's a tricky track to recover fuel around, is Qatar. Yeah, we've got some work to do, and only 11 laps to save 2.5 kilos of fuel. This could get a bit tight. Yeah, we didn't save enough under the safety car, and now we could find ourselves split by a Mercedes, and that wasn't what I anticipated today. Right, Pos Potato is within DRS range of Kimi Antonelli, but we are in traffic. I think this is Justin. He's going to give Kimi Antonelli DRS, and he does let Pos Potato through very easily and allows us to close right in on the gearbox of the Mercedes. We should be okay on fuel. It's coming down just about quickly enough. We do need to get past the Mercedes of Kimi Antonelli and into second place. We're doing mid to low 29s in terms of lap time, so we've definitely got the lap time advantage. It's just whether we have the ability to save enough fuel towards the end of the race. Pos Potato in the dirty air is now getting his tyres up to temperature, so that's good news. Let's deploy battery and see if we can make this overtake. Are we close enough? I don't think we are. We are not. We still need to save more fuel. We'll come back to this in a minute. Well, we're already past Antonelli. Tsunoda's just run wide. There's the Mercedes behind us. We'll get a replay of it in a moment, I'm sure. Come on, game. Give us the It's not giving us the replay. Why? Why? But it was turn one. Turn one. I didn't think he was close enough, but turns out he was. We're still saving fuel. We are 8.5 seconds apart at the front. Antonelli now is 1.5 seconds back. His tyre performance has dropped off a cliff. We should be okay to win this race now and secure a 1-2 finish. 29.2. Liam Lawson has stolen the fastest lap of the race from us. We might have to change that once we've got our fuel situation rectified. Alright, Paul Aaron is coming to the end of the Final lap here. I've just been deploying to see if we can get the fastest lap, and then I realised that the fastest lap point doesn't exist in 2026 anymore. We've reached the checkered flag with our fuel. We're all fine. And we return to winning ways. Paul Aaron back on the top step of the podium. He takes the fastest lap, but I think Paul's Potato is about to smash that with the fastest lap himself. There you go. He gets absolutely nothing for it. But yeah, that, well, it wasn't a smash, was it? It was a few thousandths of a second. Paul Aaron wins the Qatar Grand Prix and extends his championship lead over his teammate. And AHGP win for the third time in Formula One. Get in. And what it does mean is we now actually get to hear the Estonian national anthem, which, fun fact, is the same tune as the Finnish national anthem, which we will have heard for the likes of Mika Häkkinen, Kimi Räikkönen and Valtteri Bottas. So yeah, we get to play that for the first time on the channel. And Kimi Antonelli rounds out the podium places. Very young podium here, isn't it? Paul Aaron in his early 20s and joined by a pair of teenagers. And then there's 41-year-old Lewis Hamilton in 4th place. So Paul Aaron has now won half of the races, well, the Grand Prix this season. Wins in Bahrain and Qatar. Obviously, he won the sprint in Jeddah, which we finished 1st and 2nd in. So we're quite good at tracks with fast corners. Celebrations for the mechanics and the team in the garage. Obviously, we need to make the most of this. We may never win again, but I'm sure that's not going to be the case. Let's see how this impacts the Constructors' Championship to start with. We've outscored Ferrari by 23 points. We've put a bit of a marker down on them, and we are now 32 points clear of the prancing horse. In the Drivers' Championship, Paul Aaron now has a 9-point advantage over Pulse Potato, and Lewis Hamilton remains 3rd, a further 8 points back after his P4. Max Verstappen finished 6th in today's race. Where did Justin finish? He rose 5 places to P16. And yeah, once he gets up to speed, he did this last year in Formula 2. Took a little while to get himself acquainted with the car and the formula. Once he gets into his stride, Justin's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think we might have to think about bringing him back to AHGP if that happens. Who would we replace? I don't know, because we've got 2 drivers who could be world champion this season. At the moment, it's Paul Aaron who leads the way. Well, another magnificent performance by our team. Make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more F1 Manager content coming very, very soon. I'll see you in the next video. You're the best fans. It's bye for now.